many things then I got to open myself up to, like, you know, when I was in LA, I always wanted to go to a taping of The Price is Right, and I went with a big group of guys, maybe 25 dudes, and you're guaranteed one guy if you go to get on contestants row if you go with 20 or more. So we go, and it was a primetime show. It was Bob Barker hosting.
Hell yeah.
R.I.P. No, wait, Bob's still alive.
No, he's still kicking.
Yeah, Bob's one of the tricky ones.
Everybody does that, by the way.
Yeah.
Bob, just fucking, are you still around? Like, prove it. So we go to the taping, and it's prime time, so it's 8:30. So the prizes, instead of like a dinette set right out of the gate, are like an Escalade and a fucking trip to the Bahamas. Like, everything's up.
I remember those.
Crazy. And so we go, and we're all, you know, screaming, and we're all fucking on, you know, edibles and been drinking all day. And you stand in line, first of all, because they have somebody come through. Have you guys been to a taping ever?
No.
Gotta go. When you come to LA, hit me up. We'll fucking go. And you're standing, because it's just the energy of the set is pretty cool just to see it. And so we're standing in line, and they have 3 producers, and they ask you a quick question. Why do you want to be on The Price is Right? Most people are like, I drove all the way from Duluth, and Bob Barker's he's my Jesus Christ, and I love him so much. I don't know, tell him what I'll do to him if I see him live. And they're like, oh, that's so sweet. We'll put you down as a possibility. And my friend Jeff Neiman gets on there, and he goes, and he's hammered, and he just goes, I'll suck his motherfucking dick. And they go, all right, it's probably going to be a pass on you, sir, but thank you for the honesty. And we're all looking at him like, dude, you probably just blew it for the rest of us. Yeah. And so then one of our buddies got called up, and it was the last chance, and he got $1. And it was we all went nuts. And she $1 us, and she even turned around because we were making a lot of noise. There's this little Vietnamese woman, I'll never forget it. And she was like this. She looked like Yoda, and she turned around, and she was like, $1, Bob. And we were like, fuck you. And it was crazy, dude. But it was also so funny. Everything that was happening was so funny. I was like, I can't believe I'm a part of a $1 debacle.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
awesome.
I've dreamt about this.
Yeah.
And
we had a guy here who he got on stage. He made it up. I don't know if
the story continues.
Oh, yeah.
So our guy gets called up, doesn't win. Now it's Showcase Showdown. I'm sitting there with my buddy Mitch, and I'm on the aisle, and I go, dude, what a waste of a day, man. He had one shot to get up. And he goes, you should rush the stage during the Showcase Showdown. Whoever wins. I go, I mean, and he was like, come on. All right. So there's this big black dude named Daron and a little old woman named like Ethel. She's 75, 80. And Daron wins. And my buddy just pushes me out of my seat, and I run down the aisle. And by the way, you can't run down the aisle without hearing "Come On Down" in your head. Yeah. So I start doing just to myself whatever "Come On Down" dances. So I just start going like that, and I was like, you know, fucking like doing that, running down, and then I get to the stairs at the front of the stage, and there's a security guard at the top of the stairs you can't see on TV. So I run up the stairs, and by the way, all his friends are on the other side of the set. And so I run up, and she's like, what are you doing? I go, that's my best friend in the whole world. And she was like, all right, that checks out. I run past, I'm on stage, I'm like hugging all his friends. I sat in the Escalade and pretended to fucking drive it. There's video of me at the end. I told part of the story on stage of the Improv and found the clip because it was deep on YouTube. There's a shot at the end of me, like doing the robot behind Bob Barker as he's like, remember, I get your pets spayed neuter, cut off their clits and their cocks, right? And I'm like doing this, and I'm waving to the crowd. I'm like, hi, Mom, you know, all that. And it was bonkers, dude. And I remember hugging the kid, and he was like, did you just rush the stage? I was, yeah. He's like, that's fucking awesome. I was like, congrats on the prizes, man. He's like, yeah, man. He's like,
I mean, that's got to be number one.
The energy.
I'm a Jeopardy like purist, so I think like winning Jeopardy is like. Well, I mean, I just love Jeopardy. I love the champions. I love like the legit. To me, those guys are like fucking athletes, where I'm like
totally
rattling off their stats and
mental
shit.
Athletes.
But like a number one like fun thing to have happen. Win like enough to be in the showcase. Yeah. So you've already won.
Yes.
You get the spin.
I love that.
You make it to the showdown, and then you win it. That's like.
And you get a win spin, maybe.
Off.
Like if you come away with something from the spin.
Oh my God.
Always an extra.
If you hit $1 on the wheel, I mean.
Yeah.
And then if you hit the second
your
one,
DMs are going to be full.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't even.
If you own a house, you need to have some sort of security, or you're going to be the idiot who ends up with getting all your valuables stolen or your family harmed. So go to simplysafe.com right now. Get 50% off your home security system. You need it, and you can get it for free. Go.
Wait, so Jeopardy? So is that like you want to go on?
Oh no, I could never go on.
You would be a good host for Jeopardy though.
I would,
because you would bring a nice.
I couldn't even.
Bro, you would bring a nice like just a different vibe to it.
We could switch it up,
but you still have like host abilities.
I always did like how smug Trebek would get sometimes when people got wrong answers. I think I'd be that
Trebek
guy.
was a gangster.
No, not even close.
He wanted to do that, and he did it in a subtle way. I remember there's. I posted this clip, man, it was probably 2 months before he passed, and this girl, and he was like, so I hear you guys got married, and it was a Star Wars themed wedding. And even just the way he said it, you could tell, like, oh, he's got a couple locked and loaded to fucking shoot, a couple truth darts to shoot at her heart, as far as just to take her down a peg. And she was like, oh yeah, Alex, it was
It was it was a lot of fun. It's me and my husband, Gary. Gary, where are you? He's dressed as Boba Fett right now. We can't turn it off. We're big fans, and we had a bunch of stormtroopers, and our ring bearers were Ewoks, and legit, we hired dwarfs. It was expensive, but worth it, and we were a very happy couple. And Alex just goes, nerd alert.
Yo, yes. I remember
Fucking
that.
the losers.
Fucking losers. I mean, it just, and then he also says it, and they cut back to the woman. She was like, yeah, we had a good time. And then I was like, nerd alert. And he's like, all right, back to the board for double jeopardy. Like, he just goes right back into the gameplay, which is the most gangster shit to be like, you fucking.
What I loved about him, he didn't like. He just kept it Jeopardy, you know. He probably maybe a couple cameos here and there or something, but he never like was in a movie or did a this or that or a show. It was just like, this is what I do. I read these cards. I do my
So
my French Canadian accent.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I got.
He was a G, man.